Hello and welcome back to Pendor. I've been playing quite a lot off screen, just generally because we pretty much needed to. There's no really any way about it. Sometimes you're just going to need to spend time doing things, and especially more so for YouTube series and things like that. Anyway, we have actually taken Duke Alamar prisoner. There's a very good reason why I'm actually taking him prisoner right here, and that is, this. Very well, friend. I will accept your oath of fealty. And so that is exactly what we're going to do. We're actually going to have him join us, and as you can see, fails to bring over any centers to your faction. I don't really care about that. That does not matter to me in the least, because we've just gained an absolutely exceptional vassal in the form of Duke Alamar. Now, funnily enough, we actually do have another vassal that I managed to take prisoner, because he's actually a martial personality as well. I think Duke Alamar is... I actually don't even know what he is. I know that he's a martial or above. So in other words, he's something good. He's a good personality type. So I'm not too worried about that. However, we've got two of them now. So that's actually really good. This guy, obviously, not so much. As you can see, he's, he's just, bit of an idiot. And yeah, so we're not really going to do much with him. We're just going to ransom him, and this is where I currently am. So you can see here that we have Mowbray Castle that's currently under siege by a gaggle of Sarlian vassals. Oh yeah, by the way, so a little bit of a territory swap happened. I took Seven Cross Keep, but in doing so, I lost Harengoth Castle. Now, Harengoth Castle, it is not nice. It's a siege tower, so that obviously is the main reason why it's not nice. It is actually not a bad siege at all. I think it's actually quite a fun one. In comparison to Seven Cross Keep, which was not very fun at all. So I'm very pleased that you didn't have to see that, because we've been in there before, and you've seen how nightmarish it was. Anyway, this is our current situation right here. As you can see, we basically just have... well, they only have 2 fiefs remaining, and so we need to take 2 fiefs from them, and then we'll be all good, then we'll be doing great. Anyway, one thing I want to do is, wait a minute, I want to go to factions. Okay, wait. Okay, does it actually show me which vassals we... Yes, there we go. Its vassals are all of these people. So I actually have this fellow. He is Marshal. He's actually the Lord of Seven Cross Keep. I actually gave him this particular fief because, well, I just took it. He had nothing. I thought, yep, let's do it. Why not? Let's give him that. And, Duke Alamar, obviously, he's also Marshal, as you can see, and he has no fiefs. So that's obviously a bit of a problem. Funnily enough, he is actually the brother of Duke Brennus. I never would have expected that, because Duke Brennus is a bit of a, scoundrel. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Anyway, we actually did also level up, which is very cool, because that means that I'm going to actually be able to spend something hopefully kind of useful. I still need to go to my hideout and take out those books. That would really make a huge difference. It really would. Anyway, let's go for some more intelligence here. And we're just going to go for more inventory management, I suppose. I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything else that I really need. I could go for tactics. Tactics might actually be somewhat useful. You know what? I'm going to go for some tactics. We don't actually need inventory management that badly. This guy obviously is a cunning vassal. Actually not bad to have. Cunning vassals are pretty decent. Not so much in the personality department, but they are decent in the form of what they decide to do, because they're usually things, they're usually AI that tends to be a little bit more, well, what's the best way to describe it? Cunning, yes. Cunning, which means, you know what that means. That means they go around raiding things. They go around, attacking villagers and so on and so forth, and being a little bit, a little bit careful, a little bit strategic and things like that. But obviously, we're not really wanting, anything like that to happen right now. So I'm probably going to stay away from cunning vassals for the moment. I believe Lethal Diran actually does become a cunning vassal if you do make him a vassal. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Anyway, let's just try and see... Oh, nice. yeah, so that's the point. If you want to have Lethal Durin as a vassal, then obviously you can do that. And I have had him in the past, and I've actually found that he's not that bad. I think he's pretty good, but he does have a slight attitude issue sometimes, which is obviously the main cause for concern there. Just gonna run a little bit of a distraction game right here, just make sure that these fellows are distracted significantly, or as significantly as possible. Just gonna try not to get absolutely murdered myself in the process. Just gonna try to continue keeping the cavalry here. And who's that guy with the moose helm? I don't know who that fellow is, but hopefully I'm not going to have to find out. He's probably going to murder me very easily. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, this is bad. Hello, Mr. Tree. This is not a good idea. No, no. Thank you very much. Yeah, this guy's going to kill me as well if we allow him to. Basically, halberdiers have been my absolute bane, by the way, in my off-screen time. Because it's actually very funny. Whenever I think to myself, oh yeah, this guy, he's not going to be able to attack me. He's got a halberdier. You know, he's close range. Somehow they always manage to prove me wrong. And just do absolutely insane damage. It's very, very funny to me that that usually happens, because I know for certain if I were to use the halberdiers, you know, as many as the Salian vassals use, I would be in a... I would just literally... I would just see, Salian halberdier has been slain by... blah, 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 you know, sort of thing. That's literally all I would see the entire battle. I bet if I were to field them. You know, that's just a personal problem more than anything, I think. Because they're actually not bad units. They've got some good gear on and stuff like that, but they're very much standard in regards to their skills and so on and so forth. But, you know, they're not bad. We actually did use a whole bunch of Salian troops in my Salian Loyalist playthrough. Because we actually did play completely supporting Salian. And that's it. We didn't actually support anyone else at the time. And I thought that was actually really cool, because the main concern that you have with Salian itself, if you were to join them, or in general, is the fact that they're in the center. I don't know whether you've noticed that already, but they have just gotten absolutely cannibalized from every single direction. Obviously, it makes it a lot easier if you're, you know, if you're the player and you can strategically decide what you're going to attack, but we've just absolutely been relentless. We have just had no mercy whatsoever for the Salian vassals here, and we are just continuing our, you know, pursuit of perfection in regards to taking them all down. And yeah, they just can't do anything. They just can't do anything, and it's actually quite... I don't know. It's a bit weird, actually. It's a bit weird to me because, as I said before, I personally feel like it's a real strange situation to literally have enemies be unable to make peace with you. I mean, they just don't give you anything. That's the whole point, you know? And you can just decline and then be like, oh, yes, I don't really care what you have to say. You know, that sort of thing. You know, it's just so weird. Anyway, yeah, we are looking pretty good in regards to our noble recruits as well, by the way. That's the reason why I have less than 100k, but right now, I really, really badly wanted to go and unlock the Mines of Al-Aziz. And I'm kind of hoping we'll still be able to do that, but I really wanted to start leveling up my Pendor Knights and Noblemen and so on and so forth, because as long as we've done this, as soon as we've done this, we can get a huge contingent of T-Knights and Biscuit Sergeants out there on the field, and they will just tear everything apart. So that's kind of what I was hoping for, you know, if we can actually pull it off. These fellows are literally not going to go into Mowbray Castle. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that. If they do come in here, then we will make them regret the day that they decided to go in there. Yes. That sounds pretty good to me. Anyway, we are still gaining, obviously, noble recruits, as you might expect. And we need to actually take something, because Lord Alamar, as he is now known, is going to lose relation... Ooh, hello. Aha, okay, yes, this might be a bit of a problem. Right, so we have a situation on our hands. The Empire is deciding to do something very, very naughty, and they are actually attempting to attack us. So it seems to me like the best course of action right now, well, yes, the best course of action is probably to accept a peace agreement with the Salian people, and just focus on the Empire, because they're obviously not going to give me any kind of peace agreement right now. I would love to fight King Ulrich, though. Oh, hello. Do you want to fight? Oh, you really do? Oh, you're very, very weird, sir. Oh, this guy literally just... Oh, wow. He recruited Barclay units. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. By the way, I don't know where my mercenary company went. I can't find them anywhere. And they're supposed to be following me, so I have no idea what happened. It's a very strange situation to be in. And what is this guy actually doing? Lord Andre? Oh, dear. Okay, he actually got me in... Oh no, this is bad. This is very bad. Look at my battle advantage, and I have 6 in tactics as well, so the battle advantage is even worse, you know, naturally, but obviously, I don't know, it could just be that he has tactics as well, and it could just be, you know, evening out or whatever. But that's basically what tactics does in Warband, if you don't know. If you're a, you know, Bannerlord only person, then basically battle advantage just determines what kinds of numbers of units you're going to have on the field. So if you have a -3 battle advantage like I do right now, that means that the enemy has the advantage in terms of numbers, which you can quite clearly tell right here. Look at that, 115 to 172. That's actually quite significant. Oh dear. Well, we might have some issues with this. I hope we won't. This is a large battlefield as well. This is actually a really good battlefield, but I don't really like the size. The size is... It's just too far, you know? You're going to have to ride too far to get to where you want to be, and then by the time your archers get over there, it's going to be too late, or possibly too late. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get the archers over here, everyone over there. Let's move my cavalry over in this direction for a potential flanking maneuver. You never know. Maybe we're going to get something wonderful happening there. And I would love... This would be my wonderfully final act against the Kingdom of Sarlian to take King Ulrich's unique weapon. I think that would be fantastic. In my off-screen time, I actually did defeat King Ulrich again, because I was actually hoping to start the episode on exactly that. I was hoping to start it when we had him in custody and we were, you know, just about to talk to him and tell him that we want his unique weapon and so on and so forth. That's basically what I was trying to do, but he managed to escape. So that was obviously very sad, and I couldn't do anything about that, but, you know, those are the kinds of things that I try to do in my off-screen time, and unfortunately we just weren't able to, but maybe I can do something here. Maybe I can actually, oh, well, my archers are okay. Shall we tell these guys to charge in? Let's tell them to charge in. The most problematic situation we're going to have now is the fact that the enemy has Barclay units. Now, Barclay units are, in my opinion, some of the best that you can get, but I might be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it, because I seem to remember that their arbalests, or, you know, whatever the range troop is called, I seem to recall that they're really, really good, but I could also be just pulling that out of nowhere. That could very well be the case, but yeah, well, whatever the case, I know I have to do a job here, and that is to eliminate as many Knights of the Lion as I can get my hands on, because these guys are going to be extremely damaging to every single one of my troops. And if I can, I would like to be able to eliminate these Barclay units as well, because their crossbows will hurt like no one's business. And they even have guns as well. These fellows have guns. And you can imagine that they are actually going to completely destroy if they manage to hit. So that's going to be the main concern there. But I'm thinking we're actually not doing too badly right now, are we? I actually don't know. I have not seen. So it might be... We might be okay. I really have no idea. I mean, we seem to be doing quite well, which I'm surprised at, but I think it's probably because he just didn't set his feet. I don't know. Did you notice that? Yeah, he was basically just moving all of his ranged troops into a situation where they had to run, and I feel like that's just not a particularly good idea. Anyway, we're just going to move our infantry and our cavalry back here. I just want to tell them to kind of pull back somewhat, because we have a bit of a situation where we're basically fighting. It's 1 versus 3 here, and this is going to be kind of harsh. So I'm kind of hoping... Okay, should I tell them to charge again? I guess we should. They're a little bit too bunched up right now. But I didn't really want to have them continue running around all randomly. That's just not really going to be particularly useful for us. But if these guys actually want to chase after me, then by all means. That is something that I would absolutely encourage them to do. Here we go. Nice. As long as we can eliminate these high-value cavalry units as well, that's really going to make a huge difference. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that guy. And we can get some of these. Oh, just took a massive hit in the face right there. That is not very good. I actually wonder what it was, whether it was the crossbowman or not. Or maybe it was the firearms fellow. I actually don't think it was. I think I probably would be dead if I was shot by something. But we're doing okay so far. How many enemies do they actually have? How many troops? I didn't actually take note of that. I think they have like 500 or something, don't they? So we might actually have issues. Some pretty big ones, actually. Let me see here. Okay, do you think I can actually get out of here? Let me actually just try and pull my forces back a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't need to go super far back, but just a little here. Okay. So far, that's not too bad, but these Knights of the Lion are really going to cause problems for us right here. Okay, let's tell the cavalry to charge once again. Tell the infantry to charge. We're losing a lot of troops in this reorganization, shall we say. We've lost 80 troops. I feel like I want to retreat. I think I will retreat, actually. Okay, here we go. Let's see what actually happens with this. Okay, so how many... yeah, we lost 110. They only lost double. That's really bad. That is actually really, really bad. Okay, wait a second. So we can actually leave. Yeah, as you can see, they would have won this. Absolutely would have won this. No way about that, unfortunately. That fellow's going to run away, but we did weaken them significantly, so that's actually really nice. Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I understand what he means. Alright, so that's a funny thing. If I had my mercenary company with me, we probably would have won that really easily, but for some reason, as I say, I think they disappeared. I don't know what happened. I didn't see them get eliminated. Oh, wait a minute. I should actually take a look. Let me take a look at my, where is my weekly budget? Oh, okay. They were apparently defeated. I did not realize that. They were apparently defeated. So that's not very good, is it? No, that's not very good. Anyway, this is my current renown right here, and my honor rating and all that stuff. You can just see the updated stats. I showed you that, I think, a couple of episodes ago anyway. But yeah, we really there's Lord Montawar. Fellow, would you mind coming over here and helping me with these people? No, he doesn't want to do that. Oh, this is I actually don't know. Maybe we can do this. 251 versus 408. They don't have any Barclay units this time. That's the main concern that I'm having here. So I'm thinking, oh yes, we might actually be able to do something. Yes, look at this. The battle advantage is much better this time. And we are still outnumbered. Well, I mean, technically we're still outnumbered, in total, but not as a whole. And I think that whole thing is probably because of the Barclay units. I feel like they are quite strong, but as I say, I could be wrong about that. Anyway, let's just see what we can do here. Maybe I'm going to be able to... I don't think I can actually hit anyone from here, to be honest. I don't want to really waste, potential damage just because I'm shooting at people, instead of doing something that is actually useful and just slashing away at them or something like that. Anyway, maybe I can actually do some damage from far away here. Highly unlikely, to be honest. Because I'm not very good with this bow for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. I killed that guy's horse at least. I mean, that doesn't really do much, does it? Wow, this is a lot. This is a lot of cavalry. This is a lot of cavalry. I'm actually really, really pleased I was able to distract as many as I actually did there. And we eliminated that fellow's horse. Let's get this guy dead, or shall we say get him charging in. And all of the infantry are very far back for some reason. Is that because my friend isn't actually commanding his troops properly here? Or is he just being a bit weird? I think that might be the case. Well, that's not very good, is it? No. We need to kill these guys, to be honest. Salian Knights. Okay, they're not that strong, Salian Knights, but they are going to pack a punch with their lances. Anyone can basically kill anyone else with a lance. We've seen that time and time again. Early game, you get yourself a lance, you can pretty much kill whatever you want over time. And well, thankfully I don't have to worry about that too much right now. Oh, took some damage right there. Pretty good hit from that fellow. Got to give him props for that. And if I can just continue to harass the enemy's archers, I should be in a pretty decent situation. There we go. Just kill some of these guys. Just want to try and make sure that we are doing as much damage as possible to the archers. Just trying to keep them from doing anything, basically. Oh no. Oh no. We might have some issues. We might have some issues right here. Oh no, maybe we can just kill that guy? Nope. Okay, never mind. Oh wow, yeah. None of these guys want to get killed. Well, that is to be expected, of course. Oh, it's really nice. Oh, I love this horse. So incredibly fun to ride this horse. Okay, let's just tell everyone to charge in, and we'll see. We're doing alright so far, but not as well as I would have anticipated already. Duke Brennus has been eliminated. That's good. That's a lance. Let's not get killed by that. Thank you. Okay, this guy is proving to be a bit of a headache. Okay, we're just going to continue distracting some of the cavalry here. Hopefully I'm not going to get killed by the lance behind us. Oh, nice. That was perfect. That was actually really nice right there. His friends basically just blocked the lance. That was it. His friends just blocked it. That was absolutely perfect. Ooh, that was a risky maneuver right there from me. I was trying to slash at him as he was coming in with the lance, but no. We weren't able to get him, but he obviously didn't get us, so that's perfectly fine. I'm getting shot from a number of sources here. These fellows right... Yep, those fellows right there. Unfortunate, unfortunate. I actually wonder, do you think we can actually win this? It's looking unlikely right now, actually. It seems like it's unlikely, because we've only eliminated around 150, right? And it's not looking good. We are actually losing a lot of troops right now, and my friend, my companion here, Mr. Montawar, is not actually very good at what he does, so we're gonna have to leave once again. Ooh, oh, that's grinding my gears right there. That is definitely grinding my gears. I would have loved to have been able to take King Ulrich prisoner, but I guess I'm just gonna have to leave it for now, and we'll see if we can get him at a later point. Ah, can you believe I literally had 230, but now I only have 160? That just shows. That just shows exactly what happens. Oh well. Never mind. Okay, so this fellow went into Harengoth Castle. Hopefully he's not going to pop out. Yeah, see, look at that. He tried to ambush me right there. Alright, so we're going to go back to Laria. Actually, we're going to go to Whitestag Castle. Who's this? Sungalian Hunters. That's a weird thing. Okay, yeah, you look upset because I didn't complete the task. So sometimes those... sometimes the companions are very, very annoying because they do tend to complain if you fail a task as easy as going and speaking to Anson, for example, when he's the marshal or whatever. There we go. Sarlian is offering us a peace agreement. I guess I'm going to go for it because we're otherwise going to be fighting a war on two fronts. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. So we're just going to do that. We're going to gain some right to rule as a result as well. And, well, we're just going to have to... Oh, hello. You're fighting Warlord Zolkar. Oh. Well, that's funny. Okay, wait a minute. Warlord Zolkar, I'd love to fight him, but I don't have enough troops to be able to do that. We're obviously at war against the Empire as well. But yeah, there's Warlord Zolkar. Obviously, I can't really go into battle with him against the Noldor or with the Noldor, because he's just going to murder everyone very, very easily. Or shall we say the Noldor are going to murder everyone, and it's going to be super, super simple for them. Anyway, we're just going to get a couple of people here. I don't think I actually need anything else, to be honest, so I think what we're going to do is we'll just go in here and we'll just induct some people. So basically what we do is we go, I want to induct my troops into a knighthood order, and as you can see, we can just say, train all 32 Pendor knights into T-knights. Yes, indeed. So that's obviously going to cost 45 prestige every single one. And now we only have 1,400 available, as you can see right there. So, you know, getting a lot of renown really makes a huge difference. These fellows will be advanced into Biscuit Sergeants as well. And I can also, if I want to, this is something that I was also leaving until you were here with me, because I didn't really want to do that, and then you'd ask the question, oh, how did that happen? You know, how did that happen? Because this is quite an important step. if you want to do it. So this is basically what it does. 10,000 gold, 30 prestige or renown, and you'll raise knights' strength and agility by 2 each, and by 1 for the sergeants, and increase all their weapon proficiencies by 20 and by 10 for the sergeants. So if I wanted to, I could just spend 10,000 gold and 30 renown to do this. In my opinion, I feel like this is probably worth it, so I'm going to do that. And there you go. And then it's going to increase exponentially every single time. And so, in other words, you're going to do, it's probably going to go, what is it, 10, 20, 40, 80, something like that. I actually don't know what the progression is like, because it's been a long time since I've actually done this. But yeah, you get the gist of it, don't you? Anyway, I'm just going to schedule a training for this guy, and we're just going to train him. It's only going to take me 3 hours, of course. And Warlord Zolkar is, he's probably going to get eliminated by, you know, by the Noldor, but I can't really do much about that, and I can't influence it in the least. So there's not much I can do now. Anyway, so these are the proficiencies for our knights. As you can see right here, we've got pretty good, you know, pretty decent amount. We've got 480 in archery, which is exactly what we want them to have. We want them to have as much archery as they can get. And as you could no doubt tell, I'm also leveling up a bunch of Doom guides, or I'm trying to level up as many of them as possible. And what do we have going on here? What do we have? What do we have here? I could probably fight these guys. Oh no, actually, wait a minute. There's 158 there. I thought he only had 58. Okay, well maybe we can split them. I'm actually wondering why he's running away from me, to be honest. Why is he running? This is strange. This is very strange. Okay, this is sadistic. This guy is sadistic. Okay, so we should probably take him prisoner. It's probably going to be really nice for money anyway, you know. We need cash. Oh, I really wanted to take Ulrich prisoner, but you know what's actually funny about that? If the Empire decides to make peace, I can pretty much just declare war straight away on Sarlian again by attacking some of their villagers or whatever. And that's gonna, you know, lower my honor rating, I assume, but it's also going to allow us to hopefully take King Ulrich prisoner. I really wanted to do that super badly, but that's the funny thing. I think his unique item, or his unique weapon, is a lance. I could be wrong about that as well, but it's been a while. I think I've taken him prisoner once before, and I have actually seen that his weapon is a lance, because I think it's like, isn't it that it's, what is it now? Sarlian has a lance as a unique, Empire has a sword, Ravenstern, I would assume, has a bow, the Shah maybe has, what? Maybe like a blade of some kind, maybe. And then the Fierdsvain maybe have an axe. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up, I guess. I'm going to have to look that up and see what's actually going on with it. Anyway, just going to spread people out here. I'm going to spread my cavalry out as well. And these guys are literally just going to fall before us, I'm pretty sure, because we've just gotten powered up significantly. And these fellows literally just do not have any cavalry whatsoever. That's the main... Well, I mean, they do have some. But that was the main problem with Sarlian. Sarlian's actually not even a bad faction. I know a lot of people actually give Sarlian a pretty bad, shall we say, review, or you know, they have a bad opinion of Sarlian just because they don't really specialize in anything super hard. Like, yeah, sure. You know, they have some good halberdiers, they have some good longbowmen, but they're not as good as Ravenstern, and their halberdiers are fine, but they don't have shields or anything like that. So in an archer-dominated environment, which is what Pendor is most of the time, unless you install certain submods, well, they're just going to get shredded. You know, most of the time they're just going to get shredded if they have a predominantly halberdier force. Obviously, that is a big if. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have a lot of cavalry. But then you've got to think about the fact that cavalry, if you want cavalry, they're good, don't get me wrong, they're good, but there are definitely going to be better options, at least from my perspective, but I could be wrong about that too. I personally really like the Fierdsvain, and I like the way that the Empire fights, because the Empire generally is much more what I like, which is, yeah, I know this is going to come as a shock, I like crossbows. I know, I like crossbows, mostly for the AI. If the AI uses crossbows, you can best bet they're still going to have ammunition left halfway through the fight. And that, in my opinion, is extremely worthwhile. Because if you don't have any ammunition, what are you going to do? Well, obviously you can retreat if you want to. You know, they do have the option. You know, you have the option to retreat and, you know, go about your business doing whatever you want. But for me personally, doing that is fine. But I would prefer, if at all possible, to just win completely from the get-go. And that's exactly what you can do with crossbowmen. But you've got to be really, really careful with their positioning as well. Because obviously, Ravenstone, if you want really, really good archers, they're going to be really good for you. You know, if you want ranged combat, Ravenstone obviously is the way to go. If you want archers that are going to be super strong from the base units. However, if you want something that is going to be a little bit more, shall we say, conservative with their ammunition costs and things like that, then you're probably going to do pretty well with the Empire. And I actually really like them for that very reason. And they also have, do they have the Shadow Legion? I think they have the Shadow Legion Knighthood Order as well. And the Shadow Legion's quite fun. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, speaking of that, I am actually going to be joining another Knighthood Order, I think, at some point. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to do that. That's not set in stone at the moment, because obviously what we're going to need to do is we will need to either found one ourselves. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Some people have been recommending the Griffin, right? Have you been recommending the Griffin? I think so. So maybe we'll join them. I don't know. But you obviously need to, well, should we say I obviously need to found one before I can join it, because otherwise I may not have the ability to do so if it is in enemy territory. So that's obviously going to be a bit of an issue. Why is my cavalry all the way over there? Didn't I tell them to come over here? Oh well, doesn't really matter either way. My forces are absolutely shredding the enemy, as you might expect. And yeah, well, obviously the crossbowmen are very, very slow to shoot, but that's obviously the main thing that I actually really like about that, because they don't just... Wow, they actually did a lot of damage. Surprising amounts of damage right there. Okay, I've got to give them props for that. Anyway, yeah, as I say, that is the entire reason why I appreciate the crossbowmen in comparison to the Ravenstone Rangers, for example, because they do good damage, they are slow, but they're still going to have ammunition through a long fight. If you want something that's a really, really quick sort of kind of like blitz character or blitz unit that is going to be enabling you to just win battles that are relatively short, then the Ranger is definitely going to be what you'd like to go for. And most enemies are not really going to stand up to, I don't know, 50 Rangers or something like that. I mean, not many people are going to be able to do that unless you have advanced units like CKO units or Noldor or whatever. But yeah, that is that's just something to bear in mind, because I personally like the fact that the Empire crossbowmen take a long time to use their bolts, because they do good damage with each shot. And I think I've used them before, and I've been very pleased with their performance. So, you know, there's not really much for me to say about it, apart from the fact that they're actually pretty good, you know, and I actually like them quite a bit. Anyway, Warlord Zolkar obviously is going to be defeated because he's being attacked by Noldor. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately, and we're just going to go back into the tavern here. I would have really loved to actually, you know, I'm gonna go back. Don't worry, I will be going back to get King Ulrich, and I will be taking him prisoner. You can best bet that. Oh yes. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.